Hi everyone, my name is Love, and in this video we're gonna talk about buying a house. So this company has reached out to me to share the information about how you can buy a house here in Canada. And when I got introduced to this concept of buying a house, I became very interested because this is something that new immigrants, newcomers, student, work visa who are starting their life here in Canada, this is another option to buy your house here in Canada. As we all know, there are some advantages and disadvantages in renting. For the advantages, renting an apartment or renting a house, you don't have to think about the maintenance. You're just gonna inform your landlord in every problems that you might encounter or you might have in your apartment. But I have been hearing from a lot of people, especially the Filipino community, when they ask me like, are you only renting an apartment? And they will tell me that you're just wasting your money because the money that you pay every month to the landlord or to the building of your apartment is a money that's wasted and you're not gonna get something back from it. And I have been thinking about that because somehow it is correct, right? Most especially now that the rent in an apartment is almost the same amount when you're paying for your house, for your mortgage. And if you moved here to Canada, if you're a newcomer, one of your goals here is to finally be able to buy your own house. And like, I don't know, because in my culture, it's like a status symbol that you are achieving something, you are successful in this country, right? So, but let's just be honest that it's not cheap to buy a house, especially here in Canada. So for the past 5 years that I have been living here in Manitoba, I have encountered a lot of people, a lot of friends, acquaintances who are still renting an apartment or renting a house because of the reason that they cannot afford buying a house. And I think that's one of the main reason why most newcomers are unable to buy their own house in the first few years when they got here to Canada is the down payment, because it isn't cheap and you really have to save a lot of money for the down payment. And not only just that, you have to think about the expenses, the other expenses of owning a house. And it's not really advisable for a family, for people for newcomers most especially, to just buy a house and put all their whole life savings in the down payment, because we have to know that those savings should go to other things like investments or keep it as an emergency fund, because we don't know what's going to happen. And it is hard, especially if you're in a different country. And the second thing is that they are unable to be pre-approved for a mortgage because of their credit score. Because like when you come here to Canada, you have to really build your credit score. You have to show the Canada that you are good with your money. Most of newcomers, even if they want to buy a house immediately upon coming here, especially those newcomers who come here with their family, with their kids, it's tough for them to rent in an apartment. It's like it's more comfortable buying their own house, but the problem is they have to build their credit score first. And also another reason why other newcomers are unable to buy a house is that they are only in a student visa or work permit visa. Those are the reasons why a lot of people, newcomers, takes time to to buy their dream house. So just a disclaimer, I am a nurse by profession. I am by no means a financial advisor or a mortgage advisor or something like that. So I have been hearing about rent to own back home in the Philippines, but here in Canada, this is the first time. So there are a lot of ways that you can buy your house here in Canada. There's the first time home buyers plan, but what if you are unable to be qualified for a mortgage, right? And when I got introduced to this concept of rent to own, I got so curious about it and I became interested because this is something that is very applicable, especially to those newcomers, because not everyone are going to be approved for a mortgage because there are a lot of factors that they needed to comply to get approved for a mortgage. I was happy to know that there is a way where, like, a newcomer that haven't had built the credit score yet or unable to get approved for a mortgage, be able to purchase their dream house. The company name is Requity Homes. So this company will help you to buy your dream home. Like, they are the one who's gonna buy the house that you like upfront. After that, you are going to rent to them for at least 3 years, and during that time you are saving your money. So how does this work with Requity Home? And then after all those process, you can now move into your dream home. Like, basically, you purchase a house, you don't have to wait for years so you can afford that house. Requity Home is going to buy it for you so you can move into that house as soon as possible. And then when the time comes that you are mortgage ready, you have an option to buy back that house that you are living, or you can just leave it and move to another house. So that is basically the process of what Requity Homes does for those newcomers like me who wanted to buy a house, who are not mortgage ready. If you want to know more about in details about how it works, I have a link below of the website so they can further explain what Requity Home process is. So yeah, so this is just an introduction to this concept that I just recently got introduced to, and they have been doing this in other provinces here in Canada, like Ontario, Saskatchewan, those provinces, and now they are doing here in Winnipeg, here in Manitoba. So that is all for this video, and I hope that you find this kind of video interesting and that it gives you an idea on how you can better your life here in Canada. We all know we moved here to Canada for a greener pasture. So yeah, so that is all, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!